Last notes. Okay, we're almost there. You will notice that also as a sign of love and reverence and humility to in the way that we receive our Lord and an act of faith that we're receiving the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings, the creator of the universe, the inspirer of our souls. It is great to show a sign of humility before doing so through a simple bow or through a genuflection. And it is great to do that before you actually get to the priest or to the extraordinary minister distributing either from the chalice or in the form of bread or the host, the consecrated host. So when the person in front of you is receiving communion, that's a good time to make your bow or make your genuflection so that that gesture doesn't knock the Eucharist out of the hands of the minister, which um, has happened, and is there are some close calls on a fairly regular basis when those gestures come late, and the minister is ready to give you the Eucharist, to distribute Holy Communion to you, and the bow almost knocks our Lord out of their hands or knocks the chalice out of their hands. So to make those gestures before you get to the priest or the minister while the person in front of you is receiving is the best way to go about that to help avoid any problems with that. So last but not least, the bishops have bishops of the United States have said that the normal way to receive communion is standing. You might have someone who comes and they want to make an act of humility and they fall to their knees to receive our Lord. Um, if someone does do that, we have no right to deny them communion because they kneel down. Um, Most of them probably would not be aware that the bishops have said that, and their intention is certainly intentionality of humility. In other countries and other bishops, it wouldn't surprise me that that's not something that has been discussed in other bishop conferences of bishops. So, um, someone does do that, if you're the person behind them, just be aware of the genuflections. Those, those are not a trip factor. But part of our renewal is giving people the space to have acts of humility, um, and acts of faith and acts of love, which are expressed bodily speaking, but at the same time, eyes open so that we're not tripping all over each other either. So I think that's the last of all the different tiny little gestures that I wanted to review. Hopefully, again, all of that, and paying attention to the details of it all helps us to think through why we do what we do and to do so with greater love, greater humility, greater faith in this tremendous gift that our Lord has given us. God bless you all.